My dear 8th class students, welcome to our NEET Foundation. We are dealing with the chapter number 3, lecture number 2. Page number 60, please. Page number 68. So, the chapter is Conservation of Plants and Animals. Under this chapter, we have learned about extinct species, endemic species, endangered species, biospheres, reservoirs, etc. and etc. And also we have discussed about what are the reasons for extinction of the species. One is the major cause is deforestation. And we have studied about what is deforestation, what are the causes of deforestation, how we can overcome the deforestation, what are the preventive measures to stop the deforestation, etc. and etc. And what is flora and what is fauna we have discussed. National parks, wild sanctuaries, zoological parks, and these all we have discussed under this chapter. Now we are going to discuss about a very, very important topic, that is red data book. Red data book. Generally, when we see the word red, it is like red. When it is, we will see about red, no? It indicates many things in our minds. Okay, we use red flag. Okay, we use red flag to stop the trains in the when they are going, right? It indicates there is a danger, right? It indicates there is a danger. And in the traffic signals, red nothing but to stop, right? So, same like that, this red data book. Okay, so generally, red data book. This red data book contains all the species which are under threat. Which are under threat. Threat nothing but danger. Red data book. Okay. Generally, it is having record of all species. It is formed by IUCN. Now it is known as World Conservation Union. So here all species which are under threat means all endangered species, means which are going to extinct. Okay, extinct means they already been vanished. Endangered means they will be going to become extinct. So red data book contains what? All endangered species. Species nothing but either they may be plants or animals. Okay, so this red data book periodically record the number of species. Means day by day our earth is getting polluted. Day by day our forests are getting vanished. Day by day the species are getting vanished. So periodically they will record the species number. You think that, for example, today we have 40 number of tigers in our area, in our forest area. By the tomorrow itself, it may become 14 to 12 also. If the 40 number will get increased, no need. There is a need because they will periodically they will enter the species. Okay, so periodically they collect the number of species. Periodically they collect and records in the book. Okay, this is about the red data. So recently, in 2004 records, according to IUCN, 15,589 species are under threat. According to 2004 records of IUCN, 15,589 are extinct. One in four mammals. Mammals nothing but milk-giving animals. Mammals means they have mammary glands. Okay, they give milk. Mammals means they give milk to their young ones. Okay, one in four mammals. One in eight birds. One in eight birds. One in three amphibians. Amphibians means those which can live both in water and land are known as amphibians. One in three amphibians. Half of all freshwater organisms are in threat. Means what? Are in danger according to 2004 records. Okay, what is red data book? The records, the book which is having the list of endangered species. So you can write here endangered. Okay, what is mean by red data book means the book which contains all the species which are under threat. So who will maintain this red data book means IUCN, which is now known as World Conservation Union. So they will write all the things which are going to under threat. So according to that, periodically they will collect and record. So according to that list, according to that records, in 2004, 15,589 species are under threat. One in four mammals, one in eight birds, one in three amphibians. Half of all freshwater organisms are going to be in the endangered list day by day. So that is the records. So what is the use of this red data book means? If they record all the species in the book, the worldwide conservation unit will take care of some steps to conserve that species. Means they will grow, they will take care of that species, they will grow under favorable conditions, they will give favorable conditions for breeding, reproduction of new species, and the food they eat, they will take care of that steps. That is the use of recording in the red data book. Now the topic is migration. You all must know about migration. Okay, migration means moving from one place to another place is known as migration. Generally, we will see the migration in case of birds. Flocks of birds. Flocks means group of birds. Okay, flock of birds. We move from one place to another place, especially during winter. Especially during winter, that is known as migration. Okay, move from flock of birds. Move from one place to another. One place to another. So it is seen especially in winters. To overcome unfavorable conditions. Okay, in winter we will get less amount of food. So in search of food, the birds will go from one place to another place, especially from the northern areas, which are where the temperature is very cool. At that place, they will come. Means what? Polar areas to temperate areas. We will see more migration from the polar areas to the temperate areas. So that is known as migration. So every time we will study about migration, migration, migration. What is the use of migration? The very example of the migration is Siberian cranes. They come to India from Siberia. From Siberia. Why do they come? In search of food. Especially they will come for food, shelter, to overcome temperatures. To overcome temperatures and for breeding purpose, they will migrate from one place to another. Please note down. And one more example is that for migration, the fish salmon. Okay, the fish. The name of the fish is salmon, which lives in salt water. It lives in salt water, but it goes to fresh water. For which purpose? For laying eggs. For laying eggs. Because fresh water is the natural thing which helps for the eggs. Hatching of eggs for the salmon, which is salmon means it is a fish. It goes to fresh water from the salt water. So moving from one place to another place is known as what? Migration. Means what? It migrates from salt water to fresh water for laying eggs. So that is one more species name. So, under the topic of conservation of plants and animals, another one very important topic is recycling of paper. Recycling of paper. So, where do we get paper from? From the cell sap of the plants. Okay. So, many tons of cellulose is taken to prepare one sheet of paper. Okay. So, in order to get the paper which we use, okay, for writing, for reading, for answers, for question paper and everything we use paper. So, in order to make the paper, we have to cut the trees. Okay. So, if we want to minimize the trees, if the trees are cut, there is many adverse effects. We will get short rainfall. Okay. Many living organisms will lose their house. So, these are the things happens. So, how we have to recycle the paper? Use the paper intelligently. Okay, recycling means what? Reuse, recycle. Okay, reuse means again we have to use the paper. Don't throw the paper, and you have to write on both sides. Both sides should be written. Okay, the very pure white papers are again sent reused, and the black papers again they are used for writing again and again. So this is the one more thing. Recycling of paper also helps for the conservation of biodiversity. Okay, recycling of the paper. And next topic is reforestation. Deforestation, which is also known as afforestation. Okay. Deforestation means what? Cutting of trees. Reforestation means keeping the trees. When we cut one tree, we have to plant another tree in place of that tree. But deforestation takes fraction of seconds. So if you want to cut a tree, it takes fraction of seconds. Only some minutes we can see. But in order to keep a tree, means what? Keep a new sapling, and the sapling should grow into a tree means it takes a much time. Much time. So reforestation means what? Growing the plants. Growing the plants. And another place. Another place. Why should we grow the plants? Because of plants there are many things happen. Okay, forests are known as lungs of the earth. You have studied many times. Forests are what? Lungs of the earth because they purify the environment. They are responsible for getting rainfall. They are responsible for the formation of clouds because they will take much water, no? Okay, so much of water will be evaporated from the plant body and they form clouds. And the clouds, when they get pressure, more pressure, they will come in the form of droplets, which is known as rain. Because of rain only, we will get what? Water, which is used for many purposes. Okay, many living organisms, life is dependent on the water. So these are the things. So reforestation, afforestation. And another one is also present, which is known as natural forestation. Natural forestation. Reforestation and afforestation means it is done by us. Okay, we have to keep the plants. It is done by the human beings. Human beings. But natural forestation means if you keep the deforested land, if you leave the deforested land for some days, deforest land left for some days, you will find some new saplings coming over there. New plants become naturally, which is known as natural forestation. No involvement of human beings. Okay. So if you let the deforest area for some time, you will find new plants coming there. That is known as what? Natural forestation. So recycling of paper will help to cutting less number of plants so that it conserves the plant species and as well as animal species. deforestation in place of cutting the trees, if we keep the new saplings, then they will grow into big, and it also helps for the conservation of plants and animals. If we leave the deforested land for some time, the new plants will arise. That is known as natural forestation. These are the rules. Next, in order to fight against this cutting of the forest, it's poachers. Okay, so wildlife. Okay, world wildlife of nature, which was in 1961. World Wildlife Fund. So it was started in 1961. 1961. Sir Peter Scott. Sir Peter Scott. So it is for what? Raising funds to protect nature. Next one is Chipko movement. Chipko movement. Sundar Lal. It was started by Sundar Lal in 1973. 1973. So treating them as our own beings, life beings, hugging the trees, seeming that they are our own life beings. It was started by Sundarlal Bahuguna in Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh. Next is Vana Mahotsav. Vana Mahotsava. It is started in 2nd July in India. These are the programs which are helpful for making the people awareness of the forest, conservation of plants and animals. And in our Telangana, Harita Haram. Harita Haram in the very first of June and July months. Okay. World Wildlife Fund. It was started in 1961. This is an international program. This is an international program started by Sir Peter Scott. So what we have to do? The funds. We have to give funds. Funds means money to protect the nature. Okay. One is the Chipko movement. Vana Mahotsava. It is in India, and Harita Haram, which will be starting in the early monsoon set of season, June and July months.